If I were a cynical Democratic operative, I would recommend that she do exactly what she's doing, take on the president. I'm just a cynical Republican operative who can tell you that I don't believe that the president was, putting out a sexist smear.
Every now and then, a mainstream media pundit unknowingly exposes themselves for being a tool of a political party. And that's what happened on CNN this weekend. Now, the tool in this case is Michael Caputo, who I think Jake Tapper mistakenly calls him Mark, but maybe I heard that wrong. But anyways, so they're going to be talking about Kirsten Gillibrand and the Trump back and forth that was going on. I'm not going to address that. I don't really care. But the actual where Caputo exposes himself is kind of funny, and he definitely doesn't catch on it, and neither does anybody else on the panel, because they likely are all doing the same thing. But here's the clip, and I'm going to break it down.
That was Democratic Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of New York responding to this tweet from President Trump. Quote, lightweight Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, a total flunky for Chuck Schumer, and someone who would come to my office begging for campaign contributions not so long ago, parentheses, and would do anything for them, is now in the ring fighting against Trump, very disloyal to Bill and crooked, used. You have said, Mark, nice things about Kirsten Gillibrand in the past. What do you think about her during this episode? Do you agree President Trump was making a sexist insinuation by saying she would do anything for campaign contributions?
No, and in full disclosure, I've worked against her on both of her last two elections. I mean, she's my senator. I've seen her change a lot. She come into her own. She used to be under Chuck Schumer's shadow, like the president said. But now she's out there. By the way, out there on sexual harassment issues now for 6-7 years.
Yeah.
So she's very well positioned here. If I were a cynical Democratic operative, I would recommend that she do exactly what she's doing, take on the president. I'm just a cynical Republican operative who can tell you that I don't believe that the president was, putting out a sexist smear.
So, did you catch that? So, Michael Caputo, or Mark, as Jake Tapper calls him, says that if I was a Democratic operative, a cynical Democratic operative, I would say that Kirsten Gillibrand's doing exactly what she should be doing, attacking the president. But I'm just a Republican. I'm just a Republican operative. So I can tell you that Trump was not being sexist when he sent that tweet out. He's telling you what he actually thinks in that answer. He's telling you, yes, Kirsten Gillibrand and the Democrats are correct for saying that Trump was being sexist. But because I'm a Republican and I'm being paid by the Republican Party, I'm going to say that, no, it's not sexist, because that's my job, is to be defensive of Donald Trump and not to actually look at things critically and logically and give you my honest answer. So sometimes CNN will have people on like Nina Turner, who are objective and do actually care about the issues and will go against the Democratic Party when needed and be critical of them because she wants to improve the party. But you have people like Michael Caputo, which is really, he represents the majority of punditry on television, where they're just there to defend a side. And they don't really have opinions. They're being paid to defend a side. So once they inject their opinion, then they're not doing their job. Their job is to defend Donald Trump or defend the Republican Party. That's what they're doing. And that's what he's doing here. And he essentially says as much. And nobody else in the panel brings it up. Jake Tapper doesn't go, wait, are you just saying this because you're Republican? No one says anything because they're all in on it. This is the game. This is the television game. They all do it. So I just want you to imagine for a second where there's a discussion where there are 4 people and a host that actually do have stances on policy, on actual issues, do actually care about things and fight for those things, and don't just fight for a party. Think of how much we would actually learn and get done. But because these are the bozos that are breaking down the news of the day, then we're stuck with an electorate that is less informed when they go into the voting booth.